Hey guys, welcome back to Surreal Beauty. I'm super excited because today I really want to touch on a topic, something that I struggled with all of my 20s, early adolescence years, and something that I've recently overcome maybe about a solid 3 years. Okay, I'll give you two. It's been a solid 2 years since I've overcome this, and I want to share with you not only what it was and what it looked like for me, but also what I had to do and what it took to overcome it. So the title, as you may see it, is The Skin That I'm In. And this really has to do with just accepting, loving all of yourself and everything that you are. So someone of myself, and I know we all go through this. We grow up in life and we become ourselves, and society, however, is telling us what we should be, but it's like you look at yourself and it's like, well, this doesn't match with what society says I should be. And now here you are frowning upon yourself, you're doubting yourself, you're looking down on yourself, and you don't feel like you fit in or you amount. And so because you don't fit in with the majority, now you're just, a nobody, or you're super marginalized. I can definitely attest to feeling this way since kindergarten up until 2 years ago. Why? Because someone like myself, I'm very tall. For females, it's not typical for females to be tall. So definitely that was something that I had to deal with. Also, a fun fact though, now that I'm older and I've embraced, my height and my tallness and my curves and everything. Actually, tall women, I believe it's 6 feet or 6'1" and up, they actually they fill in they make up the amount of 1%. So 1% of women in America are 6 feet and taller. So I am in the 1%. I am a rare breed, guys. But that is honestly one of the ways that I've been able to combat the BS. But let's keep it going. So yes, so being comfortable in your own skin is not the easiest thing to do. In fact, some people spend their lives trying to figure out how to accept that, and some never do. Some people have to alter their face, their hair, their makeup, their bodies, their names, anything, to change who they are, change what they look like. Like for myself, I wanted to chop my knees at one point. I was like, there has to be a surgery that can make you shorter. I'm sure we can like chop down your knees. Like, yeah, because I was just always the tallest person. And in my family, I was also the tallest person. And so I didn't really see anyone that looked like me. So off the rip, like not really seeing any tall people, like not saying that there's no one tall in my family, but I was definitely the tallest. And so not seeing anyone that looked like me or that I was similar to or related to, it really it sparked up a lot of insecurity in me, and it just made me feel like I was alone and no one was tall. I was the only one. I mean, there was a lot more than just being told. That was part of my insecurities, but yes, that played a role. And so I had to learn to love myself. But honestly, it took a good from when I was young up until, let's say, senior year of college. Not even senior year of college. It took from young age till about a good 4 years after grad school. Okay, so it took me time. So all of teenage years, all of college and graduate level, so many things played a role, and I talk about some of this on my other videos. But um, from being homeless, experiencing homelessness at a young age, poverty, feeling unloved, feeling unworthy, instability, my height, negative thoughts that I had about myself, not thinking that I'm intelligent, all of those things, not thinking I'm beautiful, all of those things played a role, and it took a very long time to understand that I am different as you are, that I am unique as you are, that I am beautiful as you are as well. We are all beautiful. We are all uniquely and divinely made, and we have the power and the ability to tap into ourselves and be our best selves and shine our light to the world. That is what I believe is our purpose is in life. And that all looks different for each and every one of us. When I really discovered this truth, this really was the ball. This was the game changer for me. It truly was the game changer. Why? Because I started to gloat and fall in love with all the things that made me different from everyone else. Instead of hating the things that set me apart, I started to love it. You know what I'm saying? Like for my teeth, everything, and that started to be the ball changer. I started to focus on one by one. Okay, I don't like this. These things I don't like about myself. And I was like, what can I do to change it? You know what I'm saying? So if there's anything you could change, then okay, that's a start. If you can't change it, then you got to learn to accept it. I can't chop my knees down. They can't. I don't think so. At least I didn't go in to check to see if that was possible, but I never chopped my knees off. So I had to learn to deal with being tall. I had to learn to accept that. And one of the ways, as I shared just earlier, was discovering that I am in the bracket of the 1% woman in America, which is super dope. So I'm a rare breed. So whereas before I'm like, oh man, I hate that I'm super tall. Now it's like, it's beautiful. I love it. Since I've been taking the time to focus on all the things that I once hated about myself, I started to flip the script. If I couldn't change it, I flipped the script and I said something positive, and I just switched the narrative. And in day to day, I've just been living out that truth. Now I'm at the point, and listen, we're all a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I will never be. To the day I die, I'm consistently working on this. However, along the way, you begin to master and have defeats, over these insecurities, all of that. So I wrote down my list. One of the things that I had to do was learn to love myself. How do you love yourself? You have to learn to accept yourself, forgive yourself, have confidence within yourself. You have to just really zone in and focus in on you. And so, just as I was saying, writing the list of all the things that I just didn't like, and now we're addressing it. Okay, so you don't like your weight? Okay, we can change that. Okay, you don't like it? All right, we can change your hair. You don't really like that you're tall. We can't really change that, sis. So we're gonna have to work on rephrasing and reframing how we talk to ourselves. I'm speaking in third person, how we talk to ourselves about this, and what needs to be changed. And whatever negative thoughts or statements that are going through my head about this, we're going to fix it. We're going to change it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just go down the list. And I'm still going down the list and I'm tweaking things. And I'm like, okay, I don't like this about myself. I don't like this about myself. Needless to say, as you find yourself making these changes, really focusing in, learning, accepting, forgiving, just loving on yourself and giving yourself the attention and stuff that you need, honestly, guys, when you really get to this point, it feels better than money. And money feels amazing to have. So I'm just letting you know, this is how great this feels. And I'm sharing this message to you guys because I think so many of us struggle with really like self-love, self-growth, focusing on self, really just loving on ourselves. And we have the ability to negate and clear out the outside noise and really focus on us. Focus on you. You're powerful. You're creative. You're a creative individual. You can create the reality that you want. F all those noises, those people, situations, environments that just aren't conducive to your health, to your loving of self, to your growth. It honestly, you don't need it. So guys, I'm here to tell you, work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love on yourself, forgive yourself, accept yourself, build yourself up. Look in the mirror because that's the person who's going to love you the most on your worst days, on your beautiful days. That's what's going to do it. That's what's going to pull you out on the darkest days. I had to do it because honestly, I figured out a long time ago, no one was going to do it. I'm looking for someone to teach me to love myself. I'm looking for someone to that person never showed up until I really looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, that person is me. So yes, guys, there you have it. The skin I'm in. I also have my blog available. It's one of the first blogs that I put out on my website. So definitely be sure to check it below. Links below at Surreal Beauty by Tiffany. Until next time.